Previously on Balls.
Steve, have you bought your tickets to Bruce Springsteen?
No.
You going to?
Maybe. I hadn't thought of it actually.
Yeah.
Now that you said it. No, actually, I probably won't.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know.
cool though.
He's got some goodies.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steve's ready to bring the Wellness Wise feature to us this Friday. And of course, Wellness Wise is brought to you by Gary Rom Hairdressing, styling the heads of Pretoria and Joburg's movers and shakers for over 20 years. And I think we're talking about sleeping tips now, which is something that a lot of people need. A lot of people struggle with their sleep patterns.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a modern condition. The demands of the modern world and also less than optimal lifestyle choices tends to disrupt our sleep. And without sufficient sleep, literally, you're never going
to... without sleep. Some people... hours. I need like 7, 8, 9.
I mean, they can go for 5 hours. They can still function, but they still won't be at their optimum. No.
Okay, so what is your advice?
Okay, well, I mean, so as I said, it's a common condition, and a lot of people even have to rely on sleeping tablets these days. I used to. I took sleeping tablets for about 4 years. I was an insomniac, so I know how it feels.
Especially as a musician, it must be hard to get to sleep.
Yeah. I mean,
after
late nights, all that kind of stuff. So that does impact. But so I'm going to just give you a few basic tips to help with optimizing your sleep. Okay. So first one, and this is probably where a lot of people fall down, is consistent bedtimes. Sounds a bit nerdy, but it's just the way it is. It's true. Our circadian rhythm, or our body clock, is set within about the first 3 months of our birth, depending on where the time zone that we're born in. So then for the rest of our lives, our circadian rhythm will be dictated by that. We can change it to a degree by through light and dark and that kind of stuff, but in terms of our biological processes, it all happens according to a 24-hour rhythm, just like day and night cycle. Okay. And our body has certain things that happen at certain times. So when it comes to our physical repair, that's between 10 at night and 2 in the morning, and our mental or psychogenic is between 2 and 6. So we need to be asleep for that to be utilized properly.
So I woke up at 5 this morning, so my psychogenic repairs.
Yeah, me too. I think I miss out on my mental repair, which explains a lot.
So between 2 and 6 is when your mental repair is happening. Okay.
So ideally, you want to try and be in bed by like 10:30, and then try and get like 7-8 hours. That's good.
10 to 6 would be ideal.
Would be ideal, yeah. And you will. I mean, if you do that, you'll feel how much better you feel and think and operate.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the first one. Consistent bedtimes, ideally between roughly 10 and 6. That's why shift workers who work nights and sleep during the day, they're never healthy and vital. They often suffer because of that. Okay, the next one is try and minimize exposure to lights in the evening, like bright artificial lights, and ideally 2 hours before bed. I know that's quite difficult for a lot of people, but it's just the facts, especially computers, TV screens, iPads, all that kind of stuff. The artificial light suppresses our sleep hormone production, which is melatonin, which should normally start being released about 8-9 o'clock at night. But if we're staring to a screen and stuff, it'll inhibit that.
Which is why, like, if you're out partying and there's loud music, then you can stay away.
But obviously you're gonna live your life still. But this is just to try and give you some understanding of.
No, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so that then when you do go to sleep, try and sleep in as dark a room as possible. So if you've got lights outside, try and get blackouts.
Or the bloody cell phone charger light.
That as well.
That's
okay, but we'll get to
annoying.
that. That shouldn't even be next to you, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Any light on your skin shuts off melatonin production straight away, even like a little pinprick of light. So ideally darkness is best. Yeah.
Okay.
Then try and avoid the consumption of stimulants such as caffeine and sugar.
Sure.
After
sugar as well.
Yeah, after say lunchtime, ideally.
Okay.
The half-life of caffeine is about 8 hours, so definitely not past 2. Now, some people swear that they can drink coffee before bed and they sleep fine. It will be impacting on the quality of your sleep, though. There's no way of getting around it. It will release cortisol, and that negatively affects how deep your sleep becomes.
Okay, because I'm one of those people. I maintain I can have tea before I go to bed, but maybe that's what's giving me these crazy dreams.
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay, all right. So it's dark room. Turn off bright lights before you go to bed. Keep a consistent sleep pattern.
Avoid consumption of stimulants.
And avoid stimulants. Okay.
Then throughout the day, eat balanced meals. Healthy eating will also help. It keeps you balanced. When you're out of balance, then cortisol is released and you're in a stressed state. That's going to affect your sleep. So just good meals comprising protein, carb, and fat. It's more detailed than that, but just generally try and balance your meals like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And eat every, say, 4 hours.
Oh, instead of having like a huge meal.
Yeah.
Like dinner or lunch.
You want to try and spread your meals out throughout the day, for a woman especially.
Okay.
Then exercise during the day. That helps your body pumps to work properly, getting rid of sort of stagnant energy and pumps oxygen and blood throughout the body, helps keep you balanced. That'll also help you sleep better.
Yeah, sure.
Ideally, though, don't exercise too close to bedtime.
Oh.
That will, especially cardio. If you do cardio, like, for example, if you finish work late, you come and do cardio at 8, 9, and then you go to bed, that will affect your sleep. It'll release cortisol as well. Cortisol's the enemy to sleep, and melatonin is the friend.
Sleep provider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then second to last one, unplug all electrical devices.
Why?
So the EMF, electromagnetic frequency, it does affect our biological rhythms. We are electricity. You know, our cells communicate, and our nerves communicate with our muscles and our organs through small electrical impulses, and they'll be compromised by EMF.
I don't know how many people don't sleep with their cell phone charger next to their bed.
No, definitely.
And the plugged-in anti-mozzie thing.
Well, that's a catch-22. I think I'd go for keeping the mozzies away. I hate the mozzies.
My laptop, cell phone, and the mozzie thing is all plugged in next to me.
So try it. Just give yourself like a week detox of that.
All right.
Switch off all of that kind of stuff. Maybe go and do it in another room.
Yeah.
And it'll make a good difference, a big difference. Definitely.
Interesting. Okay.
So there's one other thing. I did this last night and it helped quite a bit. I've been on the computer quite a lot lately and phone and stuff. And I feel it. I can feel it like almost coursing through me, like this stuff. But anyway, so you go for a grounding walk. So barefoot outside in the garden on the grass.
This sounds so hippie.
I sound like a hippie, yeah. It's true though.
Okay.
And you walk around for about 10, 15 minutes. And that essentially grounds you. Like I said, it does, as a negative charge. If you too much in the head and you're not getting enough grounding as such, was a negative charge. The earth is negatively charged, the sun is positive charge, and you want to try and get a bit of both and stay grounded. That'll help, and I sleep much better. So it's all experiential as well. It's not just airy, fairy, hippie stuff.
Take your sandals off and go walk.
Go for a walk.
Okay, let's recap on all those things.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people, like you say, do take sleeping tablets, and rather try these things before you revert to.
Definitely, it's a horrible cycle to get into. I was there, and it's terrible. You'll never be healthy and vital if you are on medication. If you are reliant on medication, it's always going to have a knock-on effect somewhere else in your body.
No, sure. And you don't want the anxiety of like trying to fall asleep and knowing whether you should take a pill or not.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been there. It's not cool.
Unless you're on an overnight flight, which
sure.
in that case I'd recommend it.
Melatonin works the best for that.
Melatonin tablets? Or?
Yeah, you actually get tablets.
Oh.
They help with normalizing your circadian rhythms when you crossing time zones and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so let's go through those points.
Oh, me. I thought you were going to
go. No, I can't remember all of them.
Consistent bedtimes, minimize exposure to bright lights, especially before bed. So the bedtimes are from 10 to 6. Try and sleep in a dark room, as dark as possible. Avoid the consumption of stimulants, ideally after like 1 o'clock, say 2 o'clock during the day. Eat balanced, healthy meals throughout the day at regular intervals. I didn't mention this one. Stay hydrated. When you're dehydrated, your body gets stressed. It releases cortisol. So stay hydrated throughout the day.
Sure.
Exercise, at least, say, 5 times a week for about 30 minutes. And
sleep.
then unplug all electrical devices in your room especially.
Okay, well, I'm going to definitely try a few
and
of those.
go walk on the grass.
Well, I still have
like
nightmares about the 94.7 if I do all these things. I promise you. Every night I have nightmares about finishing this damn race.
Awesome.
Anyway, but those are definitely practical solutions if you do struggle with sleep. All right, thanks, Steve. Wellness Wise, of course, is brought to you by Gary Rom Hairdressing. And if you would like exceptional in-salon experience, top stylists, and premium products, visit one of Gary Rom's 6 salons in Joburg and Pretoria. I trust them with my hair, so does Victor Matfield, Zane Kirshner, and Miss South Africa. Gary Rom Hairdressing. Experience the difference.
The Hayley O Show. Every Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Only on bulls.co.za.